What's up, everybody? Welcome back. My name is Kyle Chasse, and I am very, very, very sorry that I have not been around for a while, but I have been working my ass off to bring you guys Paid Network. What is Paid Network? It is what I believe to be the best project of 2021. And I can say that because first of all, I am incredibly biased, but I also know that I'm building it. So I can say that because I believe in it and I have the extreme confidence to deliver this to you guys. And I'm very, very excited to bring you what I believe to be the best project being built on Polkadot in 2021. And if that sounds exciting to you guys, stay tuned because I will tell you all about it. But please do not forget to smash the likes, subscribe, bell button, all, and share with your friends, guys, because I think this is going to be huge. And guys, I almost forgot one thing that's very important about this video in particular. Now, we've been raising money for Paid Network for quite some time, very successfully. I think it's like, I don't know, it's insanely oversubscribed. Let's see, 35, it's like 17, 18 times oversubscribed and pretty much impossible for anyone to get an allocation. But I have been listening to you, my loyal subscribers, who have been following me for a very long time. And I wanted to do a special thing for you guys. So if you have been following me for a while, and you're amongst the first people to watch this video, I am setting aside a good portion, $25,000 or $30,000 worth of public sale allocation. Now, if you're paying attention, you know that we're doing Polkastarter, and it's going to be extremely difficult to get an allocation there, as we had something like 30,000 people whitelist for an opportunity to participate in the lottery. Now, I have much less followers here. And for those of you who are watching this, if you would like to participate in our public sale, there'll be a form that you can fill out in the description below. To qualify, you must be subscribed to me, following me on my Twitter, and leaving a comment on this video. And for an extra good chance to win, please do share it on your Twitter and things like that. And yeah, we will be picking people out, so we'll see how much form responses we get. But you know, I wanted to give you guys all an opportunity to participate, and in 24 hours I will share this news with our communities, and so you have a 24-hour head start. So if you have been a loyal follower and you have that bell button smashed, now is your chance. It's a good opportunity. All right, stay tuned for the video, and I hope you enjoy it. All right, guys, let's jump into it. What is Paid Network? Paid Network is really an attempt to reimagine the entire process from A to Z of how we do business with one another, from the very beginning, from negotiation all the way through to the finish or execution of that relationship between the two parties, whether a dispute happens or not. It's that entire platform that empowers two parties to safely, securely, and essentially trustlessly enter into an agreement no matter where they are in the world. It's borderless, it's blockchain, it uses DeFi, all of these tools built in to help bring you the most powerful business relationship toolkit in the world. That is Paid Network. This is my project, and I am extremely excited about it. I'm very, very happy, and I know a lot of you are too, and a lot of people are starting to hear about it, and I will tell you straight from the horse's mouth, my mouth, what Paid Network is all about. But first, it's important to tell you why Paid Network, why I had this idea and why we're building it. So basically, you know, I've been a serial entrepreneur for 25 years, and I have signed literally, like from the beginning, in pen and paper, and then nowadays through DocuSign, I've literally signed hundreds of different agreements. And most of the time, these agreements are okay. Most of the time, they're fine. And the counterparty or the other party in this agreement, most of the time that they act in good faith, and both both parties are happy, and that's it. But sometimes the counterparty in the agreement violates the terms of the agreement, and this always puts us in a very weird predicament. What do we do? I will start off by telling you a story. So in 2016, I entered into a deal with somebody, into a business relationship. And I was also investing into this person in the business. And after about 2 weeks, I had suspicions going into it, but those were confirmed in about 2 weeks that this person was committing fraud. And so I stopped any further investments and really felt betrayed and wanted to sue this person to get my money back. So I had tried to sue people before in small claims. I owned some real estate before, and one of my tenants destroyed my place and didn't pay me, and I tried to sue her, and then she filed bankruptcy, so that got written off, and I didn't get to collect any money. And now in this situation, the dollar value was higher than $10,000, so I couldn't go to small claims court. So this was my first time retaining an attorney and trying to sue this person in civil court. If you haven't gone through this process before, I wouldn't wish it on anybody. It is an incredibly slow, drawn out, and expensive process. So this lawsuit was started in August 2016. If you don't believe me, you can just Google my name and find it on the internet because everything's public record. And the court case is still pending. And we have a jury trial tentatively set for April 2021, so 5 years later. And we'll see if that even actually holds up or doesn't get put off any longer. I'll tell you, attorneys have no incentive to try to settle disputes in a quick and efficient manner. They love to drag things on for as long as possible. They're billing you by the hour. So every time you want to do a phone call, every time they have to make an appearance, or every time they have to read a document, they charge you for it. And these guys are hundreds and hundreds of dollars an hour. So all said and done, and keep in mind that this lawsuit happened in the same city where I lived, and the counterparty lived in a local jurisdiction, and it's still a nightmare to do. And even if I won this lawsuit, I would still have to try to collect the funds after I win. And that, I hear, is another nightmare in its own right. So this process of trying to make good on an agreement after somebody violates the terms is completely outdated. It is not at all in line with modern times, 2021, the internet, blockchain, DeFi, these kind of tools that can make this whole process much simpler, more efficient, costly, and borderless. So now take this example that I gave you. And now keep in mind, most of us today are doing business cross-border, right? So I live in Thailand, my business is in Panama or Hong Kong, and you might be in Barcelona, Spain, right? So if you and I enter into an agreement, let's say that you're going to build a website or something for me, and you violate the terms of that agreement, or I violate the terms of that agreement, what are you going to do? You're going to come after me? You're going to fly to Thailand? You're going to fly to Panama? You're going to fly to Hong Kong? Let's say the agreement's for $15,000. You're not going to be able to get your consultation with an attorney and the plane tickets for $15,000, more or less the time that it'll take you to try to litigate this case, which will take months, if not years. So the whole process is completely impossible. So why are we still spending all this money on attorneys to create these really complicated, long legal agreements that we're still using today that are 15 pages long in legalese that you and I cannot understand what the hell the contract says? Maybe there's a better way to do it, right? So maybe we can improve this process and make it updated for modern times using latest technology, using community, using blockchain, things like that. So let me get into what Paid Network is. So basically, we're creating what we're calling a smart agreement, which is going to be using smart contracts, blockchain, and community and DeFi tools to build this really intelligent type of agreement that is much more user-friendly. And so what it is I will actually show you. So you guys all know what a standard agreement looks like, right? It's very, very long and complicated. But if you look at something like this here, you can see this is kind of a rough draft of what we have for what the smart agreements will look like. It's so easy. Instead of this super complicated thing, everything is standardized. So we're calling these smart agreements, and this will be in the app, and it'll be something simple like your name. Are you, party A or party B? You check one of these boxes. You check one of these boxes. You fill in this number here. Here's a little simple terms of agreement, and you sign. And then the whole thing's populated, and that's it. That's your agreement. It's signed. This was a MNDA, non-disclosure agreement. So this is what we're doing. And we are also going to use different DeFi tools built in. And I think this is really cool. It makes us very, very unique from other projects, where other DeFi projects are simply a DeFi tool, where we're integrating DeFi tools into a real-world use case. So let's say that, so we're filling out the smart agreement. Let's say that that I'm building a website for Bob, and it's going to cost Bob $10,000 to build a website for me. We're going to go into our paid app and look at each other's profile, select the contractor agreement, and it's going to say that I'm going to build Bob a website, and it's going to cost $10,000, and I'm going to require Bob to put the $10,000 in escrow before I begin doing work. That way I know if I take all that time and energy to build him a website and I deliver it, that I'm going to get paid, right? So let's say that we do this. Bob and I signed the agreement, money's in escrow. I deliver the website to Bob as we talked about, and Bob is happy. Bob releases the money from escrow. I get the money, and we can leave each other feedback. So right now, there's not really any good system for people who do business with one another to leave each other feedback that other people can see, like a reputation score, right? We need that. I don't know about you, but I have entered into countless business agreements where people just waste my time. They promise to deliver something, and they don't deliver. They waste, maybe they can talk. They're great talkers. Maybe some of you are laughing right now because maybe you guys have dealt with somebody like this before. I've dealt with several. And it would be so nice if, we did enter into one of these agreements before with someone and they were a total waste of our time. We could leave that feedback for other people and save them energy in the future. This is going to be an amazing system where we can all hold each other accountable for actually keeping our word, being honorable, making payments, things like that are so important in business, where right now we don't have the ability to do that. So I told you one of the tools, the escrow. Another one that we'll have is insurance. I will give you another example of why insurance is important. So I have a client, this is a real world example. Everything I've told you is. This is why I created this idea, because I've been in so many situations before where I could use these things that we're creating. So I have a client that's in oil and gas, and he wanted to create an STO. I don't know how to do an STO. I've never done it before. I didn't want to try to do it. So I referred my client out to a third party in Hong Kong who does STOs. And the agreement between me and that third party company who was doing the STO for my client, we had a referral agreement. And the agreement was that they would pay me 1% of commission from funds raised, in addition, 10% of the flat fee that the client paid them. So the value of this contract was $200,000 that I would have gotten paid had everything gone smoothly. So they go into a relationship, they do their own thing, and the process is finished, and now this Hong Kong entity doesn't want to pay me money, right? So $200,000 that I haven't gotten paid, and what am I supposed to do? They're in Hong Kong, I'm in Thailand, and yeah, it's a lot of money, but I'm busy and I don't have time to fly to Hong Kong, go retain a $500 an hour attorney, and go stay there for a few months while we sort this stuff out in court, where I may or may not win. Who knows? All that time and effort and energy spent while I'm not doing other productive things. So instead, if I could have used Paid Network and I could have taken out insurance against the agreement, and let's say even if I had to pay $20,000 for this insurance policy, and we are creating decentralized insurance pools, so anybody can start an insurance policy for any type of contracts or whatever they want to. Different people can open different pools and compete with each other. And liquidity providers, as a DeFi tool, you can contribute liquidity to the DeFi, to the insurance pool, and get paid when insurance claims aren't filed. So in this situation, let's say I pay $20,000 for the insurance claim, or the insurance policy, and I don't get paid. All right. So now I can leave that guy bad feedback so people will know, hey, don't do business with this guy in the future. Additionally, I can make an insurance claim and I will get paid out on the value of that contract minus the $20,000 I paid for the premium. So that's good for me. I didn't now have to go to court. I didn't have to waste any time and energy. It didn't take me more than a few minutes to file this claim, and I can go on with my life. Great. If the guy did pay me out on this contract, then that $20,000 I paid for the premium goes to the people who are providing liquidity and are the partners in that insurance pool. Good for them. Everybody wins in this situation. It's a much, much, much better process. So looking at the website, I'll just go over a few things for you. So really, I've kind of described what Paid Network is. And let's say back on the example where we're building the website for Bob, right? And I deliver the website to Bob and Bob isn't happy. And he asked me to fix it. And I say, you know what, Bob, this is what you told me to do. And I don't want to fix it. And Bob says, well, dude, this is not what we agreed to. So I'm going to dispute this. And then Paid has community arbitrators. Now, anybody who stakes a significant amount of tokens can become an arbitrator. An arbitrator will be a really lucrative job. Imagine if you can go and collect fees, a percentage of all the escrow of all the disputes that you're resolving. So in this case with Bob, a $15,000 website, the arbitrators who are arbitrating it, they'll get their cut out of that. I don't know exactly what the number will be, but it'll be nice. And imagine that if in time we're disputing, tens or hundreds of millions of dollars a month within Paid Network, the arbitrators will be making a lot of money, So the arbitrators, basically the way that will work is we have a partnership with Chainlink, VRF, which is basically a random number generator, which will randomly select 3 arbitrators to come look at the dispute. The 2 parties in the dispute will upload evidence based on the disputes or based on what they think that the arbitrator needs to see to understand what the terms of the agreement were and why they believe they were right and the other party was wrong. The arbitrators will look at the evidence, make a decision, or maybe mediate and say, hey, Kyle, you really told Bob that you're going to put 5 pages on there and you only put 4. Would you mind adding the other one? I might say, okay. Just to get it done. Or if I say no, then they're gonna be like, well, Kyle, you didn't follow what you said you were gonna do. Therefore, we're gonna give Bob his money back. So that's how arbitration will work. The reputation scoring is really, really important. So the reputation score not only will help people in the future to determine if they want to do a deal with somebody or not, but it will also help as a credit scoring system. So remember the example about the STO deal? So let's say that the entity in Hong Kong that I did a referral agreement with, let's say that they had been using Paid Network for a long time and they have a history and reputation for successfully paying deals that they've made with other people. Let's say that they've already done 30 deals with other people and they've paid them all and everyone left them good feedback. Well, my insurance policy, instead of paying $20,000 for the insurance policy, maybe I only have to pay $5,000 because it's very low risk. But if they had 0 reputation, that's very high risk. The insurance pool is not going to know if they can trust that party or not. Maybe they're going to charge me $50,000 for that insurance policy. I don't know. Depends on the community, what they want to charge, and maybe I can shop around. Maybe there's 5 different insurance pools that I can shop around and see who gives me the best rate. I mean, this is an open, free network, decentralized protocol. So people can do what they wish. But this reputation score will really, really help the DeFi tools to help the people who get to decide what kind of interest rate they're going to charge somebody or how much money they want to lend somebody or how much insurance they're going to cover on someone's policy. These tools from the reputation system will help to make a better determination on what the financial system will look like. And something else that we're doing that I think is really, really interesting, it's not really related to the direct business agreements like I've talked about so far, but it's something that I think our space dramatically needs. And that is a modified crowdfunding platform, like an ICO basically, but with a governance model. And again, this is something that doesn't directly tie into the business agreement process, but it kind of does, and it will use our escrow technology to do this. Now I'll tell you how this will work. So we're going to create a crowdfunding platform, decentralized, where any of you who are holding paid tokens can get access to very high quality deal flow. If you've been in crypto for a while, or if you're new, one of the ways to make a lot of money in this industry is to get access to to the early investment in some of the best projects out there. Some of the projects this year that I've invested in have done 5x, have done 20x. The other day, there was one that did 150x at listing. You can never make that kind of money in anything else, ever, right? But this is the potential in crypto. So this is what we are able to provide. And because Master Ventures, which is the parent company from Paid Network, who's incubating it, because we have had access to some of the best deals, we get opportunities like this that we can pass on to the community from Paid Network. And all you have to do is stake some paid tokens to get access to this deal flow. Now, more importantly, when the full, it's called a DYCO, Decentralized Autonomous ICO, or Initial Coin Offering, the way that will work is that a project will want to raise money, and they will do it through Paid DYCO model, and they will raise all of the money, and that will go into a time release smart contract. This is really important. So basically, like in 2017, projects would raise millions, tens of millions, or even hundreds of millions, or even billions of dollars. And after they raised the money, they had zero accountability for them delivering or not. And most of these projects were in startup phase. They didn't have an MVP. They just had an idea, or maybe they had an MVP, but not much else than that. Definitely not a working product. So the way that DYCO will work is that there will actually be accountability for the project after the money is raised. So, let's say the project raises, let's say they raise $12 million, and that cash flow should last them for 2 years. So they should get $500,000 every month. Or sorry. I don't know what. Okay, so what did I say? 20. What did I say? 12 million? Yeah, $500,000 a month, right? Yes. I think so. and so they get that. And let's say that after 4 months, the community is concerned because they haven't gotten any updates from the project. And they're really starting to get concerned that, hey, maybe the project, maybe they got really happy that they just raised all this money, and now they're going to go and now they're going to go spend it on whatever, you know. I feel like the reason I paused, I feel like I did the math wrong. But it doesn't matter. Whatever, whatever they raised divided by 24, and they get that much every month. And so let's say after 4 months, the community is concerned, and they vote with their tokens, and they vote. They say, hey, I'm concerned about the project not producing anymore. They're not hitting the milestones. They're not reporting to the community, whatever. At that point, if enough of the community votes, by the community, I mean the investors who are holding paid tokens, if they vote for an audit will be called, and the arbitrators will come look and check in with the project and find out if they're doing work or not. And if they aren't, the investors have the ability to have the prorated amount of their money returned to them. And if in this example, if it's been 4 months, that means that the investors have now only lost 4 of the 24 months worth of the investment, which means they've only lost 1/6 of their investment versus 100% of their investment. And this is a much, much, much more responsible way and more trustworthy way for projects to raise money. And I think this is incredibly necessary in this space. It also creates a very interesting and unique use case for the paid token. So the fee, usually, if a project goes out and raises money, they usually have to pay 5 to 10% in commissions to people who help them raise money. So Paid Network, DYCO, will charge a project 1 to 2% of the token supply. And it's not being taken by us or Paid Network. It is airdropped back to the community of investors or paid token holders. So again, if we have some of the best projects in the world raising money through our platform, and you're holding paid tokens, you're going to get some of these tokens for free. Very nice incentive. So we have a lot of different use cases of what makes it attractive to hold paid tokens. Our token is deflationary. So on all the transactions that happen in the network, a small percentage of that transaction fee is burned. So we have a deflationary token model where, over time, 50% of tokens will be burned. So we'll have just shy of 300 million at the end of the day once 50% of the token supply has been burned. You can stake. Staking is going to be used for a lot of different use cases. One for giving discounts on using the Pay Network platform just for your contracts. Another one is for APY, for your DeFi, for yield earning, for the DYCO model, things like that. Again, the DYCO I told you about. Arbitration. So let's say that that there was a vote by the arbitrators and you felt that they were wrong. You could stake tokens and call for a new set of arbitration from 3 brand new arbiters who would then look at the case again and determine if you were correct or not. So you have the opportunity to make right if you feel that you were wronged. And again, we have these DeFi tools, so lending and borrowing, insurance pools, escrow. And then again, it costs, you can stake tokens and there'll be a monthly subscription fee to use the smart agreements in Paid Network. Now, I'm really, really, really proud of the team that we have here. So I am leading the project as CEO, as my vision, and I have a lot of experience. If you guys don't know who I am, I've been in this space for over 8 years in crypto and Bitcoin, and I have done a tremendous amount of things in the space. I've invested, I sold my company, successfully exited my company in 2013 and bought Bitcoin with it. And then in 2014, started investing my Bitcoin into a lot of other investments in the blockchain space. In 2015, I was part of a project called Credits, built from scratch, blockchain as a service. And before that, in 2013, I built the world's first Bitcoin-based lottery. In 2018, I launched Master Ventures, where we have incubated and accelerated, and I have advised about a dozen projects, including some of the top ones today, like Elron and Ultra, and then some of the really exciting ones that are coming out today, like SiftChain and Hathor and things like that. So I have done everything in the space, whether it comes to token economics, token metrics, marketing, retail investing, institutional investing, bridging that gap between retail institution, adoption, marketing, and social media, PR, everything. I've done everything firsthand and really have a good understanding of how to bring a project to market. I also have a massive, massive network. And then a couple other notable people on the team. We have a huge team, as you can see here. But some other really, really noticeable ones is Lawrence, which is our CTO. Lawrence was the founding CTO of Travelocity, and Lawrence has built several different applications in his 32 years as a CTO, delivering his applications to be used by tens of millions of people. So it's very rare in the blockchain space you see somebody, especially the person leading the technical development, that has executed and brought applications to the masses before. And so this is why I have a really good feeling that we will be something that will be used and adopted for sure. And we're going to be one of the first blockchain projects that has massive adoption. Plus, our team has been known to deliver. We have incredible blockchain devs. Rogelio has been a senior blockchain architect for 6 years, just crushes it, does an amazing job. Dane's been in the space since 2016. Jessica was doing marketing for Amazon and Dell and FCB, things like that. Marta was at KPMG doing risk management. Just the team is incredible. And like Wojtek at this, let me just show you our experience of the whole team that we've built so far. So here you can see everywhere that our team has come from, where we worked at before, whether it's Goldman Sachs, KPMG, Dell, Microsoft, Huawei, Ripple, Binance, Kraken, Amazon, Shell, IDEX, Fairham, Constellation, FCB, Copa Airlines, Ericsson, Uber, Deutsche Bank, BNY Mellon, Bloomberg, Travelocity, and Siemens. So we have a lot of experience. We have a really, really impressive advisory board as well. So Ryan Williams, who's doing all of our legal, he's doing the smart agreements, the traditional legal agreements, everything like that. Ryan represents Binance, Ripple, Constellation, IDEX, things like that. Saeed has been very helpful with everything from advice, and he also is one of the managing directors at Alphabet, who is one of our lead investors. You have Yori, who's really brilliant with token economics and has done modular contract development for big enterprise before. So in Q3, Q4 next year, or 2021, one of our goals will be to bring paid network to enterprise to get those huge clients, those big Fortune 500 companies who can be using paid network within their organization. Rodrick did our token economics. He worked at Bloomberg before and did the incredible token economic job where we have so much detail where we know exactly how the token will perform over time. And it's just incredibly impressive. Ivan, you guys all know Ivan on tech, my boy Ivan from Big Boy Pants. And marketing is so important in this space. We have Jessica leading the marketing internal and Garland external. Incredibly helpful. And some of my favorite ambassadors like Didi, who's just amazing, man. Check out his channel. He's just preaching the good word of Bitcoin and paid network and helping out. Really impressive. This is outdated, investors and partners. I'll get into that in a second here. And basically where we are on the roadmap right now is, we just launched MVP and we're planning on doing the public sale mid-January and shooting for the exchange listing directly after that. So yeah, we just closed our private sale, and we had a really awesome group of first of all, tons of powerful, influential people that invested in us, and that was really good for marketing. And you will start to see a lot of their videos and tweets and things like that because they're all invested in economic skin in the game, and this will help spread the word of adoption. It's really important. But some of the funds and VCs that came on board are like Master Ventures, AU21, X21, Phoenix, Brilliance Ventures, Alphabet, and A195 Capital. Check out our Medium blog. I will put the link in the description below. This is where you can find all kinds of cool stuff. Our announcements, more detail about how different things work, competitions that we have, things like that. So let me go through here. Yeah, I just talked about our MVP that launched. You can check that out. Just real quick, I can show you right here. This is the URL. Just get rid of documents, dev-app.paidnetwork.com. And you can play around with it. It's on the Ethereum testnet. You can open up a wallet. You can sign an agreement, send an agreement to your friend, things like that. And then just some of our partnerships recently with Binary Star, Innovian, M6 for marketing, Gather Network, Chainlink for the VRF, PlasmaPay, Aveto, DuckDAO. You guys know DuckDAO has been on fire lately. All right, you guys. So that's a paid network in a nutshell, and we are really excited to. We're really big believers in the Polkadot ecosystem. I think that is the way to go. How we're building paid network right now is an Ethereum environment because the parachains from Polkadot aren't quite ready yet. But when they are, we have partnered with Plasm Network, so we can easily port paid network into Polkadot via Plasm. And I just think that is going to be that Polkadot is going to bring so much value to the blockchain and crypto network. We're really excited to be part of it. And all right, you guys, I think that's about it. I am really excited. That's why I haven't been making videos for a long time. I hope to do, part of my 2021 goals is really to start making more content and be more consistent about it. But now you guys understand why I have been missing for so long, because we have been doing a lot of work, and we're really excited to bring this to you. I just wanted to give you a high-level overview. Please feel free to join our Telegram community, join us on Twitter, come engage with the community, get active, stay tuned for all kinds of ways that you can win paid tokens. You can participate in the public sale, that you can see what's going on. I'd like to be front-facing. You guys know exactly who I am. I'm not anonymous, or my team's not anonymous. I fully plan on giving this 100% of my effort. I have a reputation to uphold in the space that so far has been impeccable, and I don't plan on changing that anytime soon. I will give this my 100% attention, and I would love you guys' support to get behind us and help bring blockchain adoption to the real world. That is my goal. That has been my goal for 8 years and will continue to be my goal. That is what my career is for. So I'm really excited to finally bring a token and token project to the world. Thank you so much. I will see you guys soon.